Hi everybody. In this video I'm going to use a Taylor series expansion to derive the equation for the position as a function of time in the case of one-dimensional motion with constant acceleration. In this equation, t represents the time, x represents the position as a function of time, x sub 0 represents the position at time 0, v sub 0 represents the velocity at time 0, and a represents the constant acceleration. Remember that the velocity is defined as the derivative of the position with respect to time, and that the acceleration is defined as the derivative of the velocity with respect to time, which means it's also the second derivative of the position with respect to time. The higher order derivatives of the position with respect to time also have names, at least through n equals 6. For example, the third derivative of the position with respect to time is known as the jerk. That's also the derivative of the acceleration with respect to time. Meanwhile, the fourth, fifth, and sixth derivatives of the position with respect to time are known as the snap, crackle, and pop, respectively. We don't really need those names to do what we need to do, but they're kind of interesting, so I thought I'd share them. Now, this equation is traditionally derived by setting the constant acceleration equal to the second derivative of the position with respect to time, integrating twice with respect to time, plugging in the initial conditions, and then setting the initial time equal to 0. When you do all that, you get this equation. Instead, in this video, I'm going to take the position as a function of time, expand it in a Taylor series about some initial time, t sub 0, and then show that in the case of constant acceleration, this equation comes out. Okay, here we go. We start by writing the Taylor series expansion of x of t about t sub 0. The nth term of that expansion is given by 1 over n factorial times the nth derivative of the dependent variable x with respect to the independent variable t, evaluated at the expansion point t sub 0. That's multiplied by t minus t sub 0 to the nth power. To make this a little more concrete, let's write out the first few terms of this expansion. All right, let's go over these terms term by term. All right, we got x of t, that comes down here. Now we've got the n equals 0 term of the sum. 1 over 0 factorial, that's 1. We'd have the 0th derivative of x with respect to t, that's just x. All that evaluated at t sub 0. Then we'd have this to the 0th power, which is just 1. So the 0th term just gives us this. Now, the n equals 1 term of the sum, we'd have 1 over 1 factorial, that's just 1. We'd have the first derivative of x with respect to t, that goes right here, evaluated at t sub 0. And then we have this to the first power, it goes right here. Great. Now, for the n equals 2 term, we'll have 1 over 2 factorial, that goes right here. We've got the second derivative of x with respect to t, that goes right here, evaluated at t sub 0, and then this is to the second power. For the n equals 3 term, we'll have 1 over 3 factorial, the third derivative of x with respect to t, that goes right here, evaluated at t sub 0, and then this to the third power, and then so on through the nth term and beyond. Before applying the constant acceleration condition, let's simplify things by letting t sub 0 equal 0, and then let's rewrite this equation right here. With t sub 0 equal to 0, this becomes t, this becomes t squared, this becomes t cubed, and then I now have room to write out the t to the fourth, t to the fifth, and t to the sixth terms of this expansion. Meanwhile, x at time 0 is just x sub 0. dx dt at time 0 is v sub 0. The second derivative of x with respect to time at time 0 is a sub 0. The third derivative of x with respect to time at time 0 is j sub 0, the jerk at time 0. And the fourth, fifth, and sixth derivatives of the position with respect to time at time 0 will be the snap, crackle, and pop at time 0 respectively. Now, in the special case of constant acceleration, the constant acceleration will necessarily be equal to its value at time 0. So we can replace a sub 0 with the constant acceleration a. Now, If the acceleration is constant, then the derivative of the acceleration with respect to time must vanish. And the derivative of the acceleration with respect to time must vanish, and so on. All the derivatives of the acceleration with respect to time must vanish. That means that the jerk, the snap, the crackle, the pop, and all higher order derivatives of the acceleration with respect to time must vanish. That means in the case of constant acceleration that this series terminates right here, and we can write that right here. Here I've replaced a sub 0 with a, since the acceleration is constant. 2 factorial is just 2, and here I've had the explicit time dependence of x, where here it's implicit. All right, we've done it. We've used a Taylor series expansion to derive the position as a function of time for an object in one-dimensional motion with constant acceleration. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching.